combination. We completed that permutation and combination. Is there any doubt in that part? Did you try that question again at home? Did you try that one? Okay. Permutation and combination, is it okay? Shall we start with the next new chapter? Write the heading. Straight lines. Next chapter. Straight lines. Straight lines. Okay. Before starting this chapter, we have to recall few things what you have learned in our 10th standard. We have learned coordinate geometry. We have learned coordinate geometry. Okay. So recall the things. Okay. To locate a point in two-dimensional plane, we need how many coordinates you need?
Two coordinates.
Two x coordinate and y coordinate. To locate a point in a plane, we need two coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate. And we use how many axes there? How many axes? Axes you will use, isn't it, for drawing the plane? What can you say about the axis? Can you name the axis?
X and Y.
We use two axes, x-axis and y-axis, which are mutually perpendicular to each other. They are perpendicular to each other. These two axes, x-axis and y-axis, will meet at
Origin.
Okay. So when you draw these two axes, it divides the plane into
4 quadrants.
very good. It divides it into 4 quadrants. If you take the first quadrant, both the x coordinate and y coordinate are
Positive.
positive. What about in the second quadrant, Emmanuel? In the second quadrant, what can you say about the sign of the coordinates? The second quadrant.
Both positive.
And both are positive? Huh?
One negative, one positive.
Which one is negative? Which one is positive?
Left side negative, right side positive.
So which one is in the left side?
I don't know, man.
Don't know. If you take a point, if you take the point, okay, if you take a point here, what about the first one? What's the name we give for the first one? If you this x coordinate, second y
coordinate.
So which one is positive and which one is negative?
X positive.
Okay, here both are positive. Then here, look at here, which is okay. This is O, X, X dash. This is negative axis, isn't it? Negative side of x-axis. Y, Y dash. So, what about the point here in the second quadrant? Now, can you give?
Second quadrant.
This is the second quadrant. This is first. Okay. This is the first quadrant. This is the second quadrant. This is the third quadrant. Fourth quadrant. Okay. So in second quadrant,
Minus x-axis minus and y-axis plus.
negative and y quadrant is positive. Third quadrant,
Minus and positive.
both are negative. Look at this is OX dash and OY dash. Both are negative. And then fourth quadrant,
Positive, positive.
positive,
Negative.
positive, negative. Okay, hereafter don't say I don't know. Okay, so it is divided into 4 quadrants. In the first quadrant, both x and y are positive. In the second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive. Third quadrant, both are negative. And in fourth quadrant, x is positive, y is negative. Okay. What about any point on x-axis? Write down these points, children. First, if you draw this one, first you draw this. Let's recall all those things. What you have learned in 11th standard, just recall it. Sorry, 10th standard, you have learned all those things. We need all this in solving the straight lines. We'll be using these points again and again. Heading. Okay, new chapter of the name is straight lines. Okay. So what about any point on x-axis? Any point on x-axis is of the form. Any point on
x0.
Yes. Any point on x-axis is of the form x comma 0. What about any point on y-axis? Any point
0y.
0y. Good. Then on x-axis, x coordinate is on x-axis. Sorry, not x. Y coordinate is dash. You take x,
0.
y coordinate is 0. On y-axis, x coordinate is 0, isn't it? Now, listen children, suppose you are given a point 2 comma minus 3. 2 comma minus 3. What is the perpendicular distance from x-axis? You are given a point 2 comma minus 3. What is the perpendicular distance of this point from x-axis?
2 units.
3 units. Okay, perpendicular distance from x-axis means you have to take the y-coordinate, leave that side. Okay, the perpendicular distance from x-axis is 3 units. What about the perpendicular distance from y-axis? Perpendicular distance from y-axis. It is net perpendicular distance. If you take this point 2 comma minus 3, perpendicular distance from y-axis is 2 units. It is 2 units. Next heading, distance formula. Next one is distance formula. Suppose A is the point x1, y1, B is the point x2, y2. Then the distance AB is given by, the distance AB is given by the distance AB is the distance AB. Give the distance formula. Distance
Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1.
y2 minus y1 the whole square, which is same as, we know that a minus b the whole square is same as b minus a the whole square. So we can write this as x1 minus x2 the whole square plus y1 minus y2 the whole square. A minus b the whole square is same as b minus a the whole square. Then the next one. Next formula, section formula. Section formula. Can you give the section formula? Section formula. Suppose A is the point x1, y1, B is the point x2, y2. And suppose P is a point which divides the line segment. Let P divides the line segment AB internally in the ratio m is to n. Let P divides AB internally in the ratio m is to n. Then the coordinates of P are, can you give the coordinates? Achud. Section formula. Last year you have used this, isn't it? Suppose A is the point x1, y1. Recall it. x2, y2. And P divides in the ratio m is to n. Internally means the P lies in between A and B. What is the formula? Achut, can you give the formula?
I forgot.
Just try it. Others will help you. You try. Karthik will help you. You try. He will correct it. Karthik. Otherwise, Karthik you try. Achut will help.
x1 and
Take this one and multiply this side. I'll give it. Okay. So
x1n plus x2m
x1 m
n
x1 n. Okay. Plus
x2m
x2 m. Achut, is it correct?
by 2
By no. What about the others?
M
by
plus
mn
By m.
M plus N.
Yes. Okay, usually we say like this. mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. Now can you give y coordinates? Achut, this is the x coordinate. Now can you give y coordinates?
x2m.
x2m, x coordinate is over.
I meant ym y1m plus y2m divided by m plus n.
Divided by m plus n.
Sorry.
This is what we call it a section formula. mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. Similarly, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So the next one, midpoint formula. Midpoint formula. Midpoint formula. The coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment, coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment joining capital A x1 y1 and capital B x2 y2 is, let me give the formula. Aishwarya, midpoints.
x1 plus x2 by 2.
Michael, is it correct? x1 plus x2 by 2.
y1 plus y2 by 2.
y1 plus y2 by 2. Is it correct, Michael? The midpoint formula, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give the ratio? In which ratio the point P will divide? Suppose P is the midpoint of AB. So P divides AB in the ratio?
1:1.
The ratio is 1:1. If it is a midpoint, the ratio is 1:1. Next one is area of triangle. Area of triangle. area of triangle. So if x1, y1, if capital A, x1, y1, B, x2, y2, and C, x3, y3. If A, x1, y1, B, x2, y2, and C, x3, y3 are the vertices of the triangle ABC. Are the vertices of triangle ABC. Or the vertices of triangle ABC. Then, can you give the area of triangle? Area of triangle is Krishna Chandran. Area of the triangle is if these are the vertices of the triangle, area of the triangle is
Half pH.
no, in terms of vertices. Gayatri,
x1 into y2 minus y3 plus
into
half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y.
very good. If you are getting this as we will take the positive. If it is negative, we will take the positive value only. Okay, numerical value only we will take. If area of triangle is 0, then what we can say? If area of the triangle is 0, then
Collinear.
collinear. Then the given points are collinear. Okay, collinear means they lie on the same line. And the given points are collinear. Okay. See, this much things you have learned in last year. I learned last year. Okay, you'll be using all these things this year in the straight lines chapter. Okay. So now the next thing, new thing we are going to learn is, write the next heading, slope of a line. Slope of a line. Slope. Slope of a line. Okay. So, suppose you are given a line in a plane. Okay, imagine a line in a plane. Line means you can extend it on both the directions. This is the x-axis, y-axis, y dash. These two will meet at origin. Okay. Okay, this is the line L. Now, okay, this line, okay, this is the line L. It makes some angle here with this side with x-axis. Here also it is making some angle. And what is the total angle here you will get? If you take this line L, this side it makes some angle with x-axis. This side also it makes some angle with x-axis. Suppose this angle is theta. What will be this angle? Suppose the line L makes an angle theta with this side x-axis. And this one, what will be this side angle?
180 minus theta.
It is 180 minus theta. Is it a straight line? Okay, now listen children. So here, okay, usually whenever we take angle, we measure it anti-clockwise. We measure it anti-clockwise. So the angle made by the line with this x-axis, the smaller part only we call this as, okay, it is called as inclination of the line. It is called the inclination of the line. So here theta is called the inclination of the line. The angle made by the line with the positive direction of x-axis. This is the positive x-axis. Okay, the angle made by the line with the positive direction of x-axis is called the inclination of the line, and which is measured anti-clockwise. Clockwise means here, isn't it? This way only we call it as clockwise. So it will be measured anti-clockwise. So this is called inclination of the angle. Okay, and what can you say about this angle theta? Theta will lie between 0 to 180, isn't it? 0 will lie between, this inclination will lie between 0 to 180. Is it correct, Aryan? Is it okay? Okay, when you draw a line, it makes some angle with the positive direction of x-axis. That angle we call it as inclination of the line, and we measure it anti-clockwise. We measure it anti-clockwise. And when we measure the inclination, surely the angle will lie between 0 to 180. 0 to 180. And tan of this angle, tangent of this angle theta is called slope, or in other words we call this as gradient. And tangent of this inclination of the angle, tangent of the inclination of the angle is called slope, or it is otherwise called gradient. So slope of the line is same as gradient of the line is equal to tan theta, and we denote it as m. Slope we denote it as m. Slope of a line is denoted as small letter m. Slope is same as gradient, which is same as tangent of the inclination of the angle. If the inclination of the angle is theta, then tangent of that angle will give the slope of the line. Okay? Is it clear, children? Is it okay? What is meant by inclination? Inclination of the line means the angle made by the line with the positive direction of x-axis, we call it as inclination. Okay, and tangent of that angle, tan of that angle, we call it as slope. It is otherwise called gradient of the line, and we denote it as m. Okay, now my question is, can you give the slope of x-axis? What is the slope of x-axis? What is the slope of x-axis? One more question. What is the angle made by the, suppose you imagine one line. Okay, it is drawn along the x-axis. What is the angle made by the line with the x-axis?
0.
0. So what is tan 0? Very good, Achud. So what is tan 0? Here we need all the trigonometric values to them. Okay, what is tan 0?
0.
Is it one, Emmanuel? Okay, today's work is to learn all the values. Tomorrow I'll be asking the values. What is tan 0? Yes, Aryan, tan 0 is?
0.
0. So, slope of x-axis is 0. Write down that. Slope of x-axis is 0. Slope of x-axis is 0. What about the slope of y-axis? What about the slope of y-axis?
Tan 90.
It is tan 90. Why you are getting tan 90?
Because y is at 90 degree.
Very good. Y-axis makes an angle 90 degree with x-axis. So it's tan 90. And what is tan 90? Srihari. Tan 90.
Not defined.
Not defined. Therefore, slope of y-axis is not defined. Next year also in 11th, 12th standard, we need all those things. That time we will not be proving it. Okay, we will be taking these points and all then and there. So slope of x-axis is 0. Slope of y-axis is not defined. Slope of y-axis is not defined. Next heading, slope of the line. Next heading, slope of the line when coordinates of any 2 points. Slope of a line when coordinates of any 2 points. Slope of a line when coordinates of any 2 points lying on the line are given. Coordinates of any 2 points lying on the line are given. Okay, listen children. Suppose you are given a line and okay, the line. Okay, it need not to pass to origin, you draw any one line. Okay, let L be the line and suppose you are given 2 points. Suppose P is the point x1, y1 and Q is the point x2, y2. Okay, you are given with 2 points on the line. How to find the slope of this line? Okay, we are going to find out the slope of the line. Okay, in order to find the slope of the line, what we are going to do? Okay, so what we are going to do is, from this point Q, you draw a line perpendicular to it. And from here, you draw a line parallel. Okay. From Q, draw a line perpendicular to it. Name this as some M. This as N. Now, if Pn, okay, Pn is it parallel to OX? Pn, will it be parallel to OM? Is it parallel? This draw horizontal line. So this angle will it be 90 degree? We want to find slope means angle made by, okay, we want to find the inclination first. So if this is theta, this one also will be same as theta. Is it correct? Because these two are parallel lines. This is a transversal. Corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. 1 second, don't write. Let me listen. So this is the point x1, y1. Okay, this is the point x1, y1. So that means this is x1 and this height is y1. This is the point x2, y2. So from here to here it is x2 and this total length is y2. So what will be this length Pn? And what is the length Qn? What is Pn? From here to here it is x2, up to this is x1. Therefore this Pn. Yes, Ashwin, say it louder. What is it? Louder. Repeat it. You are saying some answer there.
x2 by x1.
x2 minus x1. Similarly, what is Qn? This y2 minus y1. Okay, what is meant by slope? Slope is tan of the angle, tan theta. What is the definition of tan? Opposite by definition of tan?
Adjacent.
Adjacent. Tan is opposite by adjacent, which is same as opposite is here Qn by Tn. So here slope is Qn, it is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So if the points are given, slope is given by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Slope of a line is given by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. If angle is given, you take tan. If the coordinates are given, one coordinate is x1, y1, another coordinate is x2, y2. In that case, slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Okay. Next is an important formula, important points you are going to learn. Condition for two lines to be parallel. Condition for two lines to be parallel. Say, if two lines are parallel, what can you say about the angles made by the line? Imagine two lines parallel. So what can you say about the angles made by the line with x-axis? Two lines are parallel, L1 and L2.
Equal.
Equal. So condition for two lines to be parallel are their slopes are equal. Slopes are equal. That is M1 is equal to M2. If two lines are parallel, slopes are equal. The next one. Condition for two lines to be perpendicular. Condition for two lines to be perpendicular. Okay. If two lines are perpendicular, okay, if two lines are parallel, slopes are equal. If two lines are perpendicular, angle between the lines is 90 degrees. Okay. So here what you will get is product of the slopes is -1. Product of the slopes is -1. That is M1 into M2 is -1. Product of the slopes is -1. That is, one slope is the negative of reciprocal of the other. That is, M1 will be same as -1 by M2. M1 is equal to -1 by M2. So if two lines are parallel, slopes are equal. If two lines are perpendicular, product of the slopes are -1. Okay, so we learned some formulas today. Okay, write all these formulas in a separate paper. Okay, it's not over. Again, we'll be learning few more formulas, and all these formulas we need next year. What we have to do is, that day itself I told, limits and derivatives, we wrote so many formulas. That formulas we need next year. This year, this formula, slopes, regarding slopes, equations, we'll be learning. That one also, keep it separate. Formula, write it separate. Okay, keep a separate notebook for this formula. Formula booklet, keep it separate. Okay, next one, angle between two lines. Angle between two lines. Okay, suppose two lines are given. Okay, angle between two lines. Suppose first L1 is a line with the slope M1, and L2 is the another line with the slope M2. Then, okay, the derivation is not needed, just the formula we want to learn. Angle between two lines is tan theta is equal to M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. Angle between two lines is given by M1 minus M2 by 1 plus M1 M2. Okay, if this is positive. Okay, listen children, if m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2 is positive means what we can say, the angle theta is acute angle. What is meant by acute? What is meant by acute?
Below 90.
Less than 9.
90. Okay, and if it is negative, we say it is obtuse. Theta is obtuse. And theta is obtuse. Okay. Up to this, is it okay, children? Here, listen, children. Here, while solving problems over here, we need some concepts from trigonometry. Okay, and that trigonometry part is not there for applied maths students. Applied maths students, you don't want to learn trigonometry, but trigonometric values up to 10th standard, what you have learned, you need. Okay, along with some few more concepts you want to learn that I think now time is up, we will not be able to discuss that one. That one we can discuss in the next class. But for science students, we have to learn trigonometry. One chapter is there separate for trigonometry. So some questions in the straight lines, we need trigonometry concept. Okay, such questions we will skip it now, and once we complete trigonometry, we will do that questions. And for applied math students, that type questions are not there. That model will not be there. Okay, because for example, what is tan of 225? Tan 225. Do you know how to find tan of 225? We don't know. But that is explained in trigonometric chapter. Okay, so that questions greater than 90. We don't know the trigonometric values of angles greater than 90. So when a problem involves greater than 90, we'll skip that one. That one we can do it after learning trigonometry. And that type of questions will not be asked for applied math students. Is it clear the difference? Is it okay? The rest and all you have. Applied math students, the things which the science students are learning, everything is common for you. Only thing that trigonometric based questions are deleted for you. Okay, now what we have learned today, just recall it. Okay, what are the things we have learned today? Slope. For defining slope, we need inclination. What is in the inclination? What is inclination? It is the inclination is the
Made by x-axis in the positive direction.
It is the angle made by the line with the positive direction of x-axis, and we measure it. We measure it
Anti-clockwise.
anti-clockwise. Okay, tan of the inclination of the angle is called slope. Tangent of the inclination of the angle is called slope. Okay, it is otherwise called gradient. It's otherwise called gradient. So tan theta, slope is given by tan theta, which is equal to, one more formula we have learned, whenever the coordinates are given. Suppose x1, y1 is 1 point and x2, y2 is the another point lying on the line. Then the slope is given by, if the points are given x1, y1 and x2, y2, then the slope of the line is
y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1.
very good, Punya. Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. If the coordinates are given, if 2 points are given, then the slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. If 2 lines are parallel, slopes are Aparna. If 2 lines are parallel, slopes are
Equal.
equal. If 2 lines are perpendicular, then Anila Mohanan, if 2 lines are perpendicular,
Product of the slopes is -1.
product of the slopes is -1. Okay, children, one more period we have, that time we can continue with this. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.